After his treaty with Laban, Jacob continued on his way to Canaan, but to get there, he knew he had to cross the territory of his brother Esau, who was living in the region of Seir in the land of Edom, a land named after him. So Jacob sent messengers ahead to his brother Esau and said to them, "This is what you are to say to my lord Esau. Your servant Jacob says as thus, I have been staying with Laban until now, and now I own cattle, donkeys, flocks of sheep and goats, men servants and maid servants. I have sent these messengers to inform my lord of my coming, in hopes that I may find favor in your eyes." After delivering the message, the messengers returned to Jacob and said, "We met your brother Esau, and he is already on his way to meet you with an army of 400 men. In great distress, Jacob divided the people who were with him into 2 groups, and his flocks and animals as well, for he thought to himself, if Esau attacks one group, the group that is left may escape. Then he prayed to God and said, "O God of my father Abraham, God of my father Isaac, you who said to me, 'Go back to your country and your relatives, and I will make you prosper.' I am unworthy of all the kindness and faithfulness you have shown your servant. I had only my staff when I crossed this Jordan, but now I have become 2 camps. Save me, I pray, from the hand of my brother Esau, for I fear he will come and smite me, and the mothers with their children. But you have said, 'I will surely make you prosper, and will make your descendants like the sand of the sea, which cannot be counted.'" Thus, to appease his brother Esau, Jacob sent him 200 female goats, 20 male goats, 200 ewes, 20 rams, 30 female camels with their young, 40 cows, 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 10 male donkeys. He put these animals in the care of his servants and said to them, "Go ahead of me when my brother Esau meets you and asks, 'Who do you belong to, and where are you going, and who owns all these animals in front of you?' Then you are to say, 'They belong to your servant Jacob. They are a gift sent to my lord Esau, and he is coming behind us.'" With this, Jacob sent the servants off ahead of him to meet Esau, for he thought to himself, "I will appease him with these gifts that I am sending on ahead, and afterwards, when I see his face, perhaps he will receive me." During that night, Jacob sent his 2 wives, his 2 concubines, and his 11 sons across the Jabbok River, and sent over all his possessions along with them, so that he remained alone. And when he was all alone that night, a mysterious man appeared and wrestled with him till daybreak. When the man saw that he did not prevail against Jacob, he touched Jacob's hip, and Jacob's hip was dislocated out of its joint. And the man said to Jacob, "Let me go, for it is daybreak." But Jacob said to him, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." "What is your name?" asked the man. "My name is Jacob," answered Jacob. And the man said to him, "Your name shall no longer be Jacob. You shall be called Israel henceforth, for you have struggled with God and with men and have prevailed." And so the man blessed Jacob there, who is now called Israel, and Israel named the place Peniel, for he said, "I saw God face to face, and yet my life was spared." The sun was rising as Israel left Peniel, and he was limping because of the injury to his hip. Therefore, to this day, the Israelites do not eat the tendon, which is at the socket of the hip, because it was at the socket of the hip near that tendon that Israel was struck. After that incident, Israel caught up with his wives and children as they continued their journey. But when he looked and saw his brother far up ahead, coming with 400 men, he put his family behind him, while he himself walked in front. As they came to a stop, and as Esau and his men drew closer, Israel bowed himself 7 times to the ground before Esau. But Esau ran to meet Israel and embraced him and kissed him, and they wept. Then Esau looked up and saw the women and children, and he asked, "Who are these with you?" And Israel replied, "They are the children God has graciously given your servant." As Israel said this, his family came forward and bowed before Esau, paying their respects. And Esau said to Israel, "And what were all the flocks and herds I met as I came? What do you mean by sending this whole company to meet me?" And Israel answered, "They are a gift, that I may find favor in your eyes, my lord." But Esau said to him, "I have plenty, my brother. Let what you have be your own." And Israel replied, "Nay, I pray you, if I have found favor in your sight, then accept my present from my hand, for seeing your face is as though I have seen the face of God, and you have accepted me. Accept my gift that was brought to you, I pray you, for God has been gracious to me, and I have all I need." Israel urged Esau until Esau accepted and said, "Very well, let us be on our way, I shall accompany you." But Israel said to him, "My Lord knows that the children are frail, and that the nursing flocks and herds are a care to me. If they are driven hard for one day, all the flocks will die. Let my Lord go on ahead of his servant, while I move along slowly at the pace of the flocks and herds before me, and at the pace of the children, until I come to my Lord in Seir." And Esau said to him, "All right, but at least let me leave some of my men with you." But Israel replied, "That is not necessary, my lord. It is enough that you've received me warmly." So that day Esau started on his way back to Seir, but Israel did not follow him as he had said he would, but instead travelled on to Succoth. Surely he did not trust his brother's favor to continue with him for long. So there in Succoth he built himself a house and made shelters for his livestock. That is why the place was named Succoth, for it means shelters. Jacob made it back to Canaan and acquired a piece of land in Shechem, there in Canaan, where he set up camp outside the town. For 100 pieces of silver he had bought that piece of land where he pitched his tent from the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem. There he set up an altar for the Lord,